Bum, 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 bum. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Mm, mm, mm. Peace, love, elevation. Let's talk about life. Didn't subjugate this one because honestly, I really was gonna sing. But I'm about to roll this J and we're gonna talk. Maybe I'll sing. For those of you that have never tuned into anything I've ever done, my name is Saint Mike. I am a culinary artist. I could say with my kindred, I work with light, I work with dark, I work with the energies of our existence. And I am a type of guy that loves to give to my community as best possible. So I say that to say this. For those of you that have been in support, thank you. We appreciate you. We love you. I share. And Sanctuary Sundays are still in effect. I would love to do one at the beach. I don't know how you guys feel about that. But if you guys want to do a Sanctuary Sunday at the beach, let's be more prepared and focused for it. And just hit me in my DM because it's been working a lot easier for the collective that I've been working with every Saturday and Sunday, meditating and just working on our center, working on our personal selves, by having a list, by having it just scheduled. Like you're gonna meet me here, and we're gonna, you know what you're going for. You know what it's given, and having that in your schedule already. Just like well, it's this time of the day, it's time for me to eat lunch, or it's this time of the day, it's time for me to eat dinner. You need to have a spiritual, metaphysical schedule. So, like I said in my last live that we did, just like you have a toothbrush towards your oral hygiene, things like meditation and sage and all of these metaphysical tools are for your spiritual hygiene, for your spiritual buoyancy. And it's a beautiful thing to have strengthened spaces. I'll say this again. It's a beautiful thing to have strengthened spaces because patience and tolerance come from the habit of strength. So this is personally with your tone, with your attitude, with your perspective, but this is actually with your physical being. You have to brush your teeth, you have to meditate. In the same light, these things work towards the preservation, excuse me, preservation and the evolution of what is to become, because I'm sure that the individual that starts working out and goes to the gym has a goal, and that goal once set, and we're the masters of our own time and space, so we bring it to the forefront. You set your goal and it's done. What's next? Next will be revealed. Next is always revealed. I kind of stay in the medium of that unknown harmony in my action, knowing that I need to schedule, but just keeping some available space. I'm so hooked on it now that I know it's to come. It's almost not fun sometimes, but those moments when you get those inspired spaces of evolution because you've been walking in a certain path and you've been walking in a certain direction are very, very, they're special. They're special. It's a part of, and you can't time them. So you must keep doing what you're doing, no matter how difficult it gets. Consistency equals energy. Energy always tenders. Now, you have to decide what energy it is to which you're creating, because this is a reality. When you're working with metaphysical tools and spiritual tools, if you're having an anxiety and a stress and you haven't been grounding self, then you're going to bring something to the table because of your personal magic, because of your personal energy. Your heart beats for a reason. Now it beats, and if it stops beating, it would, you'd poop, you'd die, right? But it's setting a tone and a resonance, not just daily, continuously. It's a part of your existence. This is the same thing that comes within self. Listen, we all struggle with consistency. Disenchantment always comes into play. Imagine when we're children, there was a desire for walking and talking, and we had to remain consistent, but we really couldn't even really be consistent. So I think it's better to expand your heart and your mind in a space of enjoyment in the moment. I don't read all the books. I read the books I need to read. I stumble upon books because of that, So it's really, habits are created. Like, for instance, I seen a brother today. He looked like he's about to pass out. He had his mask on. And I spoke to him for a second, and I was like, it's warm outside. Upper respiratory infections would be very difficult to catch. He goes, yo, you're right, man. It's like, I don't even, this is like a habit. I was like, yeah. Because when you do something over and over in a consistency, that means even the way you treat people, even the way you're treating yourself, you're normalizing, you're habiting something that, in the end, anything can be detrimental for you. Even too much, except for joy. Except for joy. I think the only time joy can be detrimental is if you're naive, where you're being in joy in a space where you shouldn't be in joy because of the environment. But that is just discernment and heed. It's a good book that you would suggest. Oh man, I was reading this book. It's called The Politics of Experience, and I just started to read it. I found it, and it's cool. I think it's a pretty cool book. It's called The Politics of Experience. If I can give you just a breakdown of the beginning of the book, it expresses, how could you truly define someone to be sane in a world that exists as such. So that's why I picked up the book, and I was like, oh, that's dope. And then it starts to discuss about, there's a portion of our experience that's invisible, an invisible man, an invisible woman, that one will never be able to interact with. And in fact, that you can unconsciously stray away from your invisible man, and it goes on coast, where, for instance, I can respond to something that you do, but I can never really know where you're coming from. And that's why it's like, in relationship, we have to keep it simple. In diet, you got to keep it simple. You don't want to throw all types of vitamins inside of your body. You don't know how detrimental that would be in combination to each other. Now, I say that to say this. Hey, peace. I say that to say this because it's all in moderation. All best practices are done in pace and in time. The only thing that's difficult about our human experience is that we have these others around us with schedules and times that are moving irrelevantly fast. And that comes from not sitting in a seat of scheduled pace, relaxed self, like truth. I want to say truth. Let's just say truth. The true self knows that it doesn't need to rush. It'll pace its time out. And if you're late, you can't get the time back. You just have to move forward. So I say, when you're working towards spiritual hygiene and spiritual buoyancy, please don't say, oh, I gotta meditate. Yeah, I'm gonna meditate. No, it's like wiping your butt after you poop. It's a part of your life that needs to be done daily. It's a part of your life that you need to have appreciation for. Like, sisters are lit with it right now. I've seen everything from a womb wellness to a goddess experience where it's building them. And, I want to tell my brothers, the ones to which I reflect and identify with as such, right? There is so much opportunity for you to get into your sensitivity. You just have to be a lot more bolder than what the noise is around you. I'll say it again, it's very difficult because as young men, we're always kind of like imposing this energy that we don't understand on each other. So that's why when you're little boys, not all of us, but some of us, you had your friends like, yeah, man, I hit that. Or yeah, man, I'm going to do this and do that. And it's like, well, that comes from obviously the culture to which we live in. It's a fear-based culture. Um, you cannot be upset with people for the things that they do. You know, you can only be upset truly with yourself if you're consistently staying in the environment. Like, how you mad at fire for burning you? You know what I'm saying? And this understanding only comes from knowing, like, yo, I've been in certain places where I've had obtuse ideas and I felt like a fool, although no one's seen me get my revelation back of like, oh, damn, I fucked up, or I said some silly shit, or I might have thought something obtuse. It's all love. You don't beat. You don't mistreat. You love yourself. You identify those thoughts. Even if it's a freaky deaky thought, some odd shit. It could be from the things that you're watching. Because there's a part of us that's unconscious. That's why it's important about what you put inside your body, people, places, and things. You can't even be around a fuck nigga, excuse my French to the youth that listen to this, but you can't be around an individual who's fraudulent, who's pretentious. It's not good for your growth, period. Not even being in the proximity. On a daily basis, you'll pass by people that have that energy, and there's a certain respect to be paid, because not everybody is 360 degrees what you see them at in the moment. We're a multitude. It's just opportunity, and it's love that will bring evolution, right? Fear will impede, and fear has slowed us down. It has actually evolved us a bit and elevated us in a conscious sense, because we have a lot more people out here that are looking at the social norms, like how they got the Anthony Fauci emails right now. You know what I'm saying? The snake is biting its tail. You know, and it's always been that. You know, anybody that wants to push button, easy peasy solution will always have to pay 10 years. So it's best to just work hard, work towards your greatness, be the dope you want to smoke, which means that you gotta roll your blunt of life. You gotta be the steamer. Speaking of steamer, got some GMO cookies, some garlic cookies. Ooh, nasty carrot basket. No, but just that reality, you know. I have to say, I appreciate the attention that is paid for self, to just build on self, that you take these opportunities, because I go back all the time and I listen to this. Please go back and listen to some of the other stuff that I have put onto Instagram. Go check out my YouTube. It's all love and vibration. Stay within yourself in greatness. Be the dope you want to smoke at all times, and steam on life. Flicks! You know.